Well, this is an update now to the Down the Drain series the King 5 investigators first told us all about more than 5 months ago. A King County official and his wife have been arrested. Tonight, King 5's Natalie Swaby is outside of federal court where the two of them, faced a federal judge today. They're accused of defrauding taxpayers out of money. Natalie.
That's right. We're talking about $470,000, near that amount, over the course of 7 years. Now, cameras not allowed inside the federal courthouse, but I was in here today as a judge temporarily released the couple on the condition that they return next week for this case that's just beginning to unfold. Joanne and Alan Thomas were arrested today, and both went before a judge at the federal courthouse in connection with a case that's been unfolding in rural King County. It's where Alan Thomas spent at least 3.5 decades as a commissioner for Drainage District 5, responsible for governing the maintenance of a century-old drainage system that includes 18 miles of trenches in and around Enumclaw.
Hi, Mr. Thomas.
More than 5 months ago, King 5 investigator Chris Ingalls asked Thomas,
Are you using the taxpayers' money accordingly?
Oh, yes, it has to be.
But according to a complaint unsealed today, Alan and Joanne Thomas are accused of using his position as a commissioner by causing the county to levy taxes between $75,000 and $80,000 a year on residents, then submitting fraudulent warrants for a company controlled by the Thomases that allegedly diverted more than $413,000 worth of taxpayer funds for the Thomases' personal benefit. King County collects the tax from property owners, then pays the contractors who clean the ditches. When Thomas was commissioner, he would sign off on the job. Public records show the contractor used was AC Services. Thomas admitted it was a company founded by his son.
I checked very carefully to make sure that it was okay to do business like that, and it was.
But when his son, Alexander Thomas, was interviewed by a police detective, he said his dad started the company on his behalf and he only performed 2 jobs, both around 2012, that he was never paid for.
As far as you're concerned, did you know there was any work being done with this
No,
business?
not after the jobs.
Okay.
That was it.
Okay.
That's all I knew of.
But records show AC Services continued to bill the county for years. Bank documents reveal county payments ended up in a bank account controlled by Thomas's wife. In July, the farmhouse where the couple live was raided by police and the FBI. Now they're expected back in court soon to face more questions. Now, these documents allege that when the Thomases became aware of an investigation into their actions, they started to use another company for work projects that allegedly paid kickbacks to the Thomases. When I asked an attorney for Alan Thomas about the allegations today, he declined to comment. Live in Seattle, Natalie Swaby, King 5 News.